Hey there viewers, welcome back to the garage. We got an 07 Dodge Nitro here and we are doing pinion seal, rear pinion seal. So you can see this is leaking pretty bad. Fluid spraying up all over. So first step is to drain the fluid out. So we got 13 mil bolts all around the case. Take them all out, take the cover off, make sure you have something underneath to catch it because lots of fluid is going to come out of this. We're probably going to have to pry this off. Oh, you don't want to have a shower with that.
Messy.
You don't want to shower with that. Trust me, this stuff stinks, guys.
Mark everything.
So you're going to want to mark the drive shaft.
Chalk.
Some chalk. So when you take that drive shaft off, put it back in the same position. Those look like 15s.
Flex.
We got the drive shaft off. So we're going to get the celebrity to explain this.
So, it's very important. You're supposed to get a needle gauge torque wrench to torque this nut. But we don't use that. So you're going to get a center punch here. You're going to make a line on the pinion gear. You're going to make a line on the nut. And you're going to make a line on the pinion yoke. And also count the threads of how deep that nut is because you're going to set the preload. So, make a nice straight line. So when you put this nut back on, put it exactly where it was when we took it off, and the preload will be perfect.
On the video, but
So after you zip the nut off, you're going to get a 3-jaw puller, which is the proper way, or you can tap the yoke gently to pull it off. But the best way is a 3-jaw puller. So with this 2-jaw puller, you put it behind the flange. Make sure you're seated nice on the pinion shaft, and this should pull the yoke right off. Now, that's the seal in there, what we're replacing, the pinion seal. It's very important to check on the pinion yoke to see if the seal is scored or damaged or grooved, as if you put a new seal on with this part being grooved, it will leak. So you got to make sure the sealing surface is good, which looks good, and pull the seal out. So, clean up this surface, emery cloth. You don't want to use any aggressive material. You don't want to take a lot of material off. You just want to polish the sealing surface. Get it prepped for the new seal. So that looks brand new now. Perfect. So the next step is to clean the pan. Sandpaper, die grinder, get all that old silicone off. It's very important. And also clean the back of the differential. Same thing. Nice and clean. Sandpaper, whatever you have to get in there. You don't want that thing to leak. Also clean off the bolts. There's silicone stuck to them. Next step is to add silicone and bolt the pan up. Nice thick bead on the pan. Here's the fun part. Not to touch the diff.
You have the bolts?
Yeah, that guy does, he's a broker. Oh, wait, you're filming, sorry.
Couple bolts in my hand, not too tight. We're going to squish all the gasket maker out of the holes. On the pinion seal, put a little bit of silicone just for added protection and more brake lube in there. After, you just want to lock it around. So now, when you grab the yoke again, you got to match up this mark with the pinion as best as you can.
There we go.
Grab a mallet, gently tap this back. Flush, grab the nuts. Basically tighten it until you have all your marks lined up. And that's it. So after you tighten up the pinion yoke, you want to put the drive shaft back on. Put your 4 15mm bolts. Also add Loctite to these bolts. There's already Loctite on these bolts, so I didn't have to apply some. Then after that, you want to soak your area where the leak was in engine shampoo, degreaser, clean up the mess. So you can also make sure you don't have any leaks down the road. Next step after that would be to take out your fill plug and fill the differential up with oil. You'd use, on this particular model, 75W140. Synthetic stuff. This calls for 2 liters, but you fill until a steady stream drips out of the diff. And then put the fill plug back in. And you're done.